2011, I think, end of 2011, our CEO, Michael Schwan, introduced us to Rolf Hichert. And we went to a seminar too, where we got introduced to what was back then called Hichert Success. And when we left the building, we were amazed. We were like, okay, this is it. We are BI consultants. We produce dashboards and reports. And this is the solution to a problem we had for years. People don't understand what we try to tell them. And we try to do our own thing and with our own standards, but that obviously doesn't work. So when we left the first webinar, or the first seminar even, it was in color and live, and we said we need to do something. We went out of the building and said now is the time to get that as a concept into our consulting team. So we went back home and we opened our laptops and we tried to reproduce what we have seen: equal scaling, proper coloring, and we failed miserably. Because there was no tool, nothing to enable us to do that. And we've been ClickView consultants primarily back then. So we said, hey, we have a guy that knows a little bit about web development. Let's do something ourselves. And this is actually the birth hour of TrueChart. I would say it was end of 2011, beginning of 2012. And since then, we started with the visualization piece in ClickView, it was quite hard to get the message across, because ClickView, you could do something similar yourself, and we were not really able to differentiate what we are doing. I would say TrueChart really became TrueChart as we understand it today 2 years later, when we introduced commenting and report annotation, because that was something that you could immediately see a benefit from. And since then, we grew okay-ish, I'd say. But what really accelerated the whole process and what made us realize that we were onto something was when we had TrueChart as a cross-platform solution, not just for ClickView, but also for ClickSense as our core competency back then. So 2 years ago was still heavily Click influenced. But you have to go with the time. So we now have a Power BI team, we have a JEDOX team for corporate planning, and we still also use Excel a lot ourselves. So we thought, okay, these are the tools we kind of have to support. Because if you want to have IBCS enabled across the entire organization, you cannot focus on one tool. That's just not going to work. We are currently in the war of the BI tools. Today Click, tomorrow Power BI, the day after who knows what. And we want to enable customers to save their investment, what they're building on charts. And that's when we decided TrueChart needs to go cross-platform. That's what we did end of 2018, beginning of 2019. Now we have TrueChart for ClickView, ClickSense, Power BI, JEDOX, and also Excel. And especially the last piece now is our fulfillment of the vision we had 2011. Having a tool that enables an entire organization to apply the IBCS standards across technology, across divisions, globally, without having to switch technologies all the time. Yeah, that's pretty much how we started and how we developed from a small ClickView extension primarily used by ourselves to a mature BI tool almost that goes way beyond what we initially thought we would be able to do.